Hey, thanks for stopping by and checking out the video from the link that I either mailed you or maybe I even came by your business and dropped off a letter. The reason you received that is because I identified your business as a business that I think could really benefit from the model that I offer, and also somebody that I think I'd like to partner with. So here today, we're going to go over what this model is and try to explain it in a brief summary to decide if it's something that you might be interested in taking the next step and learning more about. So I really want to start by talking about why you sell t-shirts in your business. Most businesses, whether you're a restaurant, maybe you're a small deli, maybe you're an ice cream shop, and you can see we've got actually one of my clients now, Dave's Barbecue here. A lot of times we don't really put much thought into why we would sell t-shirts inside our establishment. And really what we typically do is make a Valpak or business card like advertisement, or just have our logo and phone number on a shirt, and we make 500 of them with a screen printer, if we can afford to do something like that, and then just start selling shirts for $25 in our store. And if you think about it a little deeper, that's not a real motivating or exciting factor for creating merchandise for your customer base, especially if you're somebody that's not a traditional retailer. So you might be somebody's favorite restaurant, but why should they love your brand or your restaurant so much that they want to wear your t-shirt or some merchandise on it? What I have created was a system that can allow us to create really a collection of t-shirts and create it in a way that we can put walking billboards out there with our customer base, and especially our customers who love us, in ways that aren't just our logo with a phone number. So there's so much to the model that I've created. We've been doing this for a while now, trying to figure out how to keep this condensed to 6 or 7 minutes, and it's very difficult. So for the next minute, minute and a half, I'm going to probably go on a few tangents to try to give the full idea of what this model does, because it's going to solve a lot of problems that you might not even realize that you had, as to why maybe your shirt sales don't sell as well, or even what you thought was kind of the high watermark for merchandise in your business, and how you're not even scratching the surface of what it could be. So to kind of try to condense that down to bullet points was kind of tough. So we're going to take about the next minute, and I'm going to explain some of these things that it touches, and then we're going to cut to some hardcore examples of some of my clients that I actually have on the model. So the main thing that we can start with is screen printing. So we're going to focus primarily on t-shirts. We're not going to really worry here about fleece, hoodies, embroidery. That's not something that I do, and that's something in more of a one-on-one sit down I could kind of explain as to not only why I don't do it, but why it's something that really you don't need to do. Because what we want to do is rethink how we view t-shirts for our business. The first problem I noticed, and this was years ago, because I've been screen printing for 20 years, had a lot of business come to me basically going, I want my logo on a shirt, or I'm a restaurant and we want a front pocket print and we want our phone number on the back, and I was just printing them. I got into screen printing not to print jobs per se. I got in because I have my own brands, and I've sold probably 150,000 retail t-shirts online, in stores, wholesale, for nearly 20 years now. So I come from it from a different angle than other screen printers do. You're going to put more walking billboards out on the street that people won't even know are walking billboards, and they're not going to wear them because necessarily you're their favorite pizza place or you're their favorite bagel shop. They're going to wear them because if we do our job right here, it's their favorite shirt. And the whole goal of this is to grow your business. We want to use t-shirts to do what a lot of times Valpak and other advertising methods don't do. So to give you a concrete example, why this works even better than a Valpak, as many of you know, when you're doing advertising, you're paying for advertising with no guarantee of return. When we do this model right and have this set up correctly, we actually have customers coming saying, I want to wear basically your logo, your brand, your business, if we do this right, and I'm willing to pay you for it. So that's something that we should be welcoming and we should be really aggressive with, not trying to treat this like something we have $8 in and we're trying to sell for $35, the way you would the other products and services of your business. So that's the first thing, and the main thing is getting my clients to rethink what we use shirts for. And the great thing about t-shirts, especially when we do it right, is it's not a one-use item. It's not a Val pack that somebody brings in, gets their coupon, you got them that one time, and there's no guarantee you're going to get them again. If we do it right with a shirt, they're going to wear that once a week, every other week, for a long time. And by being a screen printed shirt, we don't have to worry about quality falling apart 6 months, 6 washes down the road. So I can't stress this enough. I've named this the ultimate t-shirt marketing machine, which I actually like. But I can't stress enough how you have to rethink why you're bringing shirts into your business and how they're being displayed so that we can get more transactions and what we're putting on them and how we're creating the collection. If at the end of the day you just want your name and phone number or just your logo on one shirt, this model isn't for you, and really you can get that done anywhere. This model is different and set up where I'm not like a normal screen printer. This is more of a marketing system that we're partnering in. I do have say in designs. I do push back depending what we do. So I like to put that out here first because some people are not used to that. Most printers, again, coming from the screen printing side, pretty much just want print jobs. So they don't care what you put on them, how much you sell them for, or even if you sell them. They just want to set up a job, print the job, take your job down, and do the next job. The model that I've created is more of a partnership, and I'm tied to your long-term success with this. And if we do this right, it'll be an asset in your business that customers will enjoy, be surprised by, and won't find in your competitors. So real quickly, if you've ever gotten screen printed t-shirts before, you know that you've got to get large quantities because, like I said previously, they're going to set up print jobs, and when that print job's done, they take it all down. You can't set up a job like that just to print 2 or 3 shirts. With the model that I'm going to show you here with some of the concrete examples to come, we're going to create a 6 t-shirt collection. They will be one color screen prints because what that allows me to do is to set up a screen for that particular design, and now we have that screen for years. And all I have to do is center up that screen on my machine and I can print 2 or 3 t-shirts for you. What this allows us to do is have screen printing quality, which is what we want, and not have to do these large orders where we've got to forecast how many smalls, mediums, larges we might sell. If any of us could read into the future and get that accurate, we'd be doing other things than whatever it is we're doing. So I can't do that, and I've got more data on how shirts sell and sizes break down than anybody, and I couldn't do that. We can know what's likely, but it can always change, and your customer demographics can be different. You know, a bagel shop might have a very different customer demographic than a pizza parlor. So it might skew large or small. It depends on the business you're in. So this will solve the big problem of you get the large screen printing order and then you've sold out of larges before you've even come close to recouping your initial investment on this large order. And then you can't just call your screen printer up and get 12 larges made. Where with my model, we can do that. We can do that weekly. We can submit orders every week and just get, hey, I need 3 large, I need 6 extra large, and I need 2 2X. When we create a 6 design collection, the main goal of this isn't for you as the owner or you and your partner to love every t-shirt. This is where we take my expertise in selling brands across a wide spectrum. The biggest problem I find with clients initially is they want to love every t-shirt. So let's use an example here. So with Dave, this is by far his #1 bestseller because it definitely fits his demographic. However, there's a lot of people who would not wear this. So first, this gives you the example of what we're talking about. This is not a shameless advertisement for Dave's Barbecue. This pretty much is just a kick-ass t-shirt. This is a t-shirt that if somebody's wearing it at a bar or they go out to the ocean front for Monsters on the Beach or an event, somebody's going to laugh and point at this shirt. A discussion is going to happen, or some kind of notice is going to happen with this t-shirt. So this one, as you can see, is Smoke Brisket Not Meth Dave. Now I saw this on a sticker when we were designing his collection and thought it would be great on a shirt. He loved it, and we did it. All right, so when we created this, and actually Dave really got it right away, if you notice, we say Dave down here, so it's Dave's Barbecue. the biggest pull that I have with a lot of clients are not saying Dave's Barbecue. You know, again, we want to turn everything into a business card. And what I try to get us to pivot on is our thinking about how this stuff really works and how we know it works. It takes a little bit of faith, but if you actually think about it, you know this is exactly how conversations happen organically. And we want organic conversations happening about your business out there in the world, out there in the city that you're servicing. So when somebody is at the oceanfront hanging out during the summer, and maybe they're sitting down and having a drink, and somebody says, reads their shirt and laughs, a conversation starts. Smoke brisket, not meth, Dave. I guarantee you 80% of the people are going to ask, who's Dave? The person who loves your barbecue or Dave's Barbecue in this shirt and is wearing this is going to naturally launch into an organic sales pitch about how Dave is the coolest barbecue place and you need to get your ass over there. This is going to work really good, especially in a place that, you know, is a tourist city like Virginia Beach. So he's off the boardwalk. He's even off the boulevard where he's kind of got that location of, I know a guy who has great barbecue, that hole in the wall, that small off the beaten path place. So this really works good for Dave. Now, Dave loves this shirt. His staff love this shirt. But there's a lot of people who love his barbecue that would never wear a shirt that said meth anywhere on it. So we have to do some other shirts for the other customers that love Dave's Barbecue to have a selection so that we can get as many of our customers as possible. So if you see here in our 3 collection, we also have, because most business owners, and I agree, we should have one with a logo. And we can do it in kind of a retro way if we want, and still get creative with it where, you notice we don't have the address, we don't have the phone number. This is just like if you go into Old Navy and they have retro Coca-Cola t-shirts, or they have an old school cereal t-shirt, they don't have the phone number and the corporate address on there. So that's what we're going for with this. And then we can even take it to a level of creativity. So when Dave's talking about the shirt in his at his place, or somebody's asking questions thinking about buying one, we went with a barbecue sauce color here. So we're still, even with a simple logo, able to do something kind of cool that's actually our patented barbecue sauce color that we used on the print. And it just adds another creative touch to it. So another one that we did last summer when the movie Maverick was coming out, we went and I designed, it was a pig or hog, I don't even know the difference on the two, but we had him in flight suit and he was in a F-16 and said, I feel the need for Dave. So taking the line from Maverick, it was a huge hit movie and he is right close to the base and has a lot of military coming through there. So we could do those type of things to also give him some social media engagement and some action, because people will really see that as just a cool shirt and not a advertisement or a promotion, even though he's going to get that from the ad. He's going to get that from promoting that t-shirt. The other big point to mention here is the price that we sell these for. I go to a lot of great care to create a collection and lock you in on a price, which some of these specifics, if it were to go to the next step and have a meeting, we would get into. But basically, I will tell you, at least as far as the selling side of it, we really want 2 things. One, we want the price to be as low as we possibly can. Again, these people are wearing billboards of yours. We're not trying to ask them to also pay $25, $30, $35 for a t-shirt. We want $12 to $15. And that is something that I'm adamant about. If that's not something you can agree to, then this model isn't for you. But one thing I can tell you, and you can speak to all my clients have agreed that I can use them as referrals. You can just call and speak to Dave or any of the owners. They're seeing 3 and 4 times, not just the sales of the shirts, which are walking billboards going into the future, but in actual net money. Because again, if you're selling 10 t-shirts a month, making $20 a t-shirt, that's $200. They're selling 150 t-shirts at $4.50, $5. So you are making more money. But again, the goal is we want these billboards out there. This is free advertisement. People are coming up, giving you money, saying, hey, let me wear your logo. Let me wear this kick-ass funny shirt of yours because I love this shirt. Let me wear this because Jay-Z is one of my favorite rappers and I love Dave's Barbecue. So this is just a win. And we want to keep it as cost. We don't want them going, I really like this, but I just dropped $22 on the platter. I'm not going to spend another $25 on a shirt. And then it also adds goodwill to your business because people can't find shirts for $12 or $15 anywhere. I'm going to touch on one last thing here, even though there's probably another 6 or 7 game-changing things that come with this model that we'll end up having a 30-minute video if I keep going. So hopefully we can give enough things to where you can make an informed decision that, yeah, I need to learn more about this, or this wouldn't work in my establishment, or it's not something that I would want to do. The next thing is all your shirts are delivered from me when they're printed like this in a retail fold. We've got your exclusive sticker, which I will design for you. So another way of branding it that you won't find in any other establishments. And then we'll have sizing labels on here. It also ties into a point that I meant to go in on a little earlier, that we have to have these laid out and displayed in a way that customers can feel and purchase them as if you would a retail store. When you go into Target, you go into Old Navy, you don't have to go and hunt down and find an employee to go unlock something to bring you one single t-shirt. That's a huge factor. And again, one of another 6 that I could get into that I see in just about every establishment. It's the hostess's job. And if you think on it, any place you've been, you've seen it. It's the hostess's job or your server's job. Sometimes nobody's got the designated job to somehow go unlock a cabinet. They're usually behind a counter or behind the bar or somewhere else. I know a few places around here, they're actually behind bars, like they're locked up in prison or something. So I always make fun and say, I don't know what t-shirt thief is out here that we're so worried is going to steal all of our shirts. But at the end of the day, they're just stealing a walking billboard. I can tell you I've convinced a lot of clients of mine to have them right there where customers are waiting to either get seated, especially if you have a busy establishment and maybe it's brunch on a Sunday and they got to wait 45 minutes to get in. They could be browsing the shirts and putting 2 on their tab, already having them as they're being seated at their table. So we want to have these out where people can buy them. And yeah, it's going to get a little messy and you can clean it up some. I give you a t-shirt folder, and that's some stuff we can go into more detail. It's actually not that hard. It would just be like something in an establishment of rolling silverware and keeping up with some of the basics of a proper display. But people have to be able to, if we want customers to buy things at the level that they would buy at retail stores when they're shopping for clothes, we need to set it up like that. So we have to have it where they can touch it. And nobody, if you really think about it, a busy Sunday brunch at an establishment, or if you're an ice cream place and it's peak summer, you've got all these customers in here, you're busy beyond belief. How many people really, if they want a shirt, are going to try to get you, and there's a line out the door, to stop what you're doing, go around the counter, unlock your t-shirt display, work with them on what size it's going to be, when we could have the display while they're waiting in line for their ice cream, waiting in line to be seated, waiting in line to get their bagel, looking at your display, they see the signage saying they're just $12, or maybe there's a deal that we're doing where they're $5 with the ice cream platter or a dozen bagels, so we're helping to move deliverables, and they could just pull their size, and when they come up and give their order, they say, hey, I got 2 t-shirts, and you add it on the order. That's the way to do it. That's just kind of the tip of the iceberg of some of the things that this model will solve. And if you can get that, it will show you 3 to 4 times what you're experiencing now, and it will grow your deliverables and grow your business. All right, so let me wrap this up because, again, the goal was to be brief, and I could go on for another 20, 25 minutes, and it wouldn't just be ramblings. It would really be addressing different line items that would solve problems. Some you have that you know of, others that you weren't aware of. And really, the biggest thing is unlocking a creativity and an enjoyment of your business and thinking about all the cool t-shirt designs and concepts we can do that really can make it exciting and add something to your brand that not only is going to make you more money with the t-shirt sales, it's going to grow the brand, grow the deliverables of whatever you're delivering, whether that's pizza by the slice, bagels, barbecue, and just add something cool to your business that people aren't seeing everywhere else. And I only can take so many clients. So that's why I want to make sure it's a good fit. So the next step for you, if you are interested, is fill out that contact information below in the form. I'll get the email and I will call and reach out to you and set something up. It's something where maybe another 30, 45 minutes I can answer your questions, hit on some of the things I wasn't able to hit on during this video, and make sure it's a good fit, because I do have some expectations, because I kind of tie myself to the success of this. So it's not a situation where I just print whatever you want on a shirt. It's something where we kind of meet in the middle and we work together to make a really cool creative collection that's going to add value to your business. So I thank you for taking the 10, 12 minutes, whatever this video ended up being, and hanging out with me and at least trying to learn about it. And hopefully it's something that you'll see value in, and you can fill out that form and we can meet in person and discuss it further. So thanks a lot. So Mike just informed me that I didn't smile at all after saying thank you. So we're going to add that in afterwards and basically Photoshop a smile into the end of this. So thanks for watching the video.